Yeah. That is the sound of a web YouTube. Relax. Welcome back to another episode of The Wanger Show.
Another one.
This is episode 318, Cody.
318, you say. What a great Pokemon we have here, Christian. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Carvana.
Oh, dude.
You know, first off, do you know the car dealer, Carvana?
Yes.
I've always wanted to try it. It looks so interesting. It's like a vending machine for cars. Anyway, Carvana is the name of the Pokemon here tonight, 318.
Carvana is my favorite Pokemon from Gen 3. The Ruby and Sapphire, I believe.
Oh, you actually know this one well.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
like
the little fishy? Oh, wow.
It looks like a little piranha. And then
I get it now.
And then it evolves into Sharpedo, I believe.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you, sir.
Hell, you know.
Nice.
You know, I may not be able to catch them all, but I am a Pokemon masturbator.
Yeah.
Huh?
Gonna clip that out. It's
okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Wanger Show. This is a show where friends come together, have a good old time, talking about pot, apparently, culture wars, and all the likes. Cody, your thoughts on Target right now?
Haven't they done that every year? Why is it a big deal
Cody,
to people this year? What's
I'm
going
sorry.
on?
Yes, they've done it every year. It's okay.
Why is it a thing now? I don't know.
Just because the culture wars is just they like to increase every year, and there's a woke mind virus going around, you know. So we just gotta get rid of it. Well, you know, speaking of which, happy Pride Month. Fuck all the haters. Happy Pride Month to everyone out there. Fuck Ron DeSantis. Fuck Matt Walsh. Fuck those guys. That's what I'll say. How about that, Cody? You got anyone?
Hot here tonight, man.
No, I know. Yeah, Elon Musk. Fuck him too. Yeah, he's a douche.
I know I kind of went to this well already a few weeks ago with the movie Scooper Battle Royale, but I kind of want to see these presidential candidates. They need to physically fight to see who gets to run. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I think it's
like who do you got?
It's gonna happen. Well, I don't know. Like it's so weird because with Trump, like because. Could he, like, if he gets charged anymore? I don't know if he will, but, you know, it'll only get worse for him. I don't think DeSantis has a chance because he's similar to Trump, but only in the sense that he's just like a flat line. He's so fucking boring and lame.
Okay.
And then Mike Pence might be the sleeper. I don't know. He might because I did see that he is going to be running. So if he
announced it today. Yeah.
If he saw both like, hey, these two, maybe I can be the hero. And he did it on Pride Month. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, of all the days. Oh my God. I imagine this, like, again, going back to the wrestling thing. It's like a triple threat match between the three of them, and then like it's chaos for the first like 20 minutes, and then out of nowhere, Mike Pence turns on Trump and then sides with DeSantis, and the two of them are going to run together.
Oh my God! And you get the announcers freaking out.
My God!
Yeah.
Hit Trump with a steel chair.
I know they, you know, we always joke about how all these people are old, because like, you know, even Trump makes fun of Biden for being so old, and it's like, dude, you're like 4 years younger. Like, relax. Yeah. So it would be fun to see all these old people try to wrestle and fight each other.
I want to see it. I'd honestly pay money to see these people fight each other.
I mean, they're practically fighting when they're doing their debates. And
the fucking headline is fighting for your vote or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be, think of the possibilities here.
It's a lot. They get a trainer. They train for months, you know, ahead of time. Yeah. We treat it like
Trump even has WWE experience. I believe he fought Vince McMahon or something like that, I want to say.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did. I don't know.
What have you done, Joe? What have you done, Brandon? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Didn't he fall down the other day?
Yeah, I know.
Poor old people.
Yeah, you know, that's what old people do, dude. They just fucking fall down. Like
they fall down. My grandma's done it twice.
Yeah, he just so happens to be on camera. So
yeah.
Oh my God, I got to read this one real quick. Ivan Villanueva in the chat just said, just wanted to mention, after 3 years since quarantine, I am finally caught up with all the episodes of The Wanger Show.
Wow. That's when you started?
Maybe, he got backed up. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, that's 318 episodes that you've watched here, Ivan. I don't know whether to say thanks or I'm sorry.
We should give you a medal.
Yeah.
A medal that says you survived. Yes.
Yeah, I survived 300 episodes of The Wanger Show.
Don't worry, yes, boy. I won't bring up that fool's name anymore, unless he does something stupid. I want to make fun of him. That's it. So yeah. There's our political talk right off the top. You got anything else you want to talk about? I don't know.
Politics-wise?
Yeah, you got anything else? Anything
no,
happening?
absolutely do not. No, okay. Other than wanting these people to physically fight each other, I'm good.
That's good. Yeah. they're gonna be arguing over culture war stuff. They should be able to just beat the shit out of each other. I don't know.
Nick's bringing in the intel here. Yes, Trump was at WrestleMania. WrestleMania he went to. Jesus. WrestleMania 23 in 2007 and shaved Vince McMahon's head. It was the most purchased WWE event ever at the time.
Oh, God. It's just another thing for Trump to brag about, too. It's the most watched. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan says, yeah, laugh a lot. I started 3 years ago. I watched on and off traveling for work. Well, hey.
Well, thank you, Ivan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
So, like everything else in the past 3 years, it's just been a blur for you, too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Marissa were talking, like, because we're currently sleep training Mr. Griffin, and that's just fun. We don't remember any of that for Grant. Like, we know we went through this process.
Yeah.
So, like, I think we're all just losing memories together.
Yeah.
I think that's just, as a society, we're just forgetting things.
Yeah, it is weird. Those couple of years kind of are blurred out. Like,
yeah.
Like, I remember, I think one of the side effects of that is, like, last week when Brian and Eric were on the show, Brian pointed out to me how much wine I had drinking that night. Because, like, I think he got, like, a glass at the end. He's like, dude, there's only, like, this much left. And I'm like, yeah, I had
built up your tolerance.
I had years of training during COVID. Like, that's all I would do during COVID. It was really, really bad. And I don't do this.
I was rewatching some of those streams, though.
Yeah.
Little clips out. We had some good shows.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had some good shows back then.
We had, all right, that prime programming. Like, we were doing 3 streams. I was talking in the warm-up saying, like, if I wasn't doing anything, like, full-time, I definitely would try to stream stuff like every day or something like that. And the fact that we did a podcast, a video game stream, and then a commentary like every week is pretty nuts.
Much to the dismay of our significant others.
Very much so. Yes. Yeah. But I mean, you know, we were all out of jobs. Like, what else?
What are we gonna do?
That was the closest thing we had to having an income, even though it was a very, very small amount. It was.
I have to stream for 4.5 hours tonight to get this $15 of super chat. You just don't understand.
It may be paid for groceries. I don't know. I don't know. Good times, scary times, but we're gone. I mean, COVID's not even a thing anymore, so we're fine now. We have to look.
I was very sick last week. Don't think it was COVID.
Okay.
But yeah, there's something still going around.
Do you hate that you have to like clarify? Like, I'm not feeling well. It's not COVID, by the way. You can't just say I'm not feeling well anymore.
Thing. Yeah, no, it has to be. You have to let people know what you do and don't have. I guess.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well. Speaking of which, Amber she sent me a message on Instagram and she was like, "Yo, you up?" No, she sent me this.
Instead of talking.
Yeah. We don't talk. We just like send each other like sexy messages once in a while. That's it. No, she messaged me on Instagram saying that there was a case of West Nile in Burbank, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Of course there is. Okay, why not?
And not only that, not only do we have fucking bees or wasps, I guess. We got
mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a mosquito. Yeah. Well, we have bees and wasps too. It's a scary world out there.
You can't discount the danger of the bees and the wasps. You're right.
I'm sure it can transfer over.
There was one time I was a kid, real quick. I had a wasp that was on my ear, like an earring, just like fucking hanging out there, and I was too scared to move. And it was literally like Jurassic Park, like you can't fucking move. And it was just, it was like burrowing itself into my ear.
And those
eventually I like swatted it and fucking ran away.
Yeah, you swapsted it. Yeah, and they bite too, right? They don't sting, like they don't die.
I don't think they.
Or is that a hornet?
If they bite, their teeth are too tiny, aren't they?
One of them bites. I thought maybe it's a hornet.
One of these fuckers has teeth and a stinger.
I thought it was. Here? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Imagine getting both of those at the same time. Like it's like hooked around you in both ways. That would fucking suck,
and then you make them fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but we also have apparently there was a bear sighting in Burbank. We got a fucking bear, dude.
You had a Burbank bear.
Burbank bear. I think that's why I said bees, because bears beat. No, he doesn't even say bees. He says beats. I don't know. I'm fucking drunk. I don't know.
You already got down that bottle of wine.
We got mosquitoes and fucking bears in Burbank, so stay safe out there, folks.
Yeah.
There
was a bear in San Dimas one time, and it was like legit running with the semi-traffically flow of the freeway. Like it was running parallel to it, and it was kind of keeping up a little bit. It wasn't like a full wide open freeway. It was kind of backed up. So it was just fascinating to watch. I don't want
to mess with like bears at all. Like. I saw a TikTok video of like 3 cute little cubs playing with each other. It's like, it's fun and cute now. You got mama bear off camera waiting to pounce.
Don't you just got to say, "Hey bear"? Isn't that the thing? You just got to go, "Hey bear."
Oh,
hey,
bear. Oh yeah, and you got to make yourself real big.
And it fucking goes away.
Oh, Jack Cohn says Bear Bank. It's
Fairbank's good. Good job, Jack. That's good. Yeah.
Good.
Well done.
It's good stuff. So you couldn't make it last week.
Yeah, I was bummed.
King
Sporkhouse
said
program.
King Sporkhouse said bareback.
Anyone else?
Anybody else? That's a good band name too. Bareback.
Bareback. Oh boy.
Yeah, you missed last week, but you catch the highlights, the replays.
I watched the entire time code, the son of a bitch. So yeah, I watched it back. Seemed like a fun program. Because
any thoughts? Any input from our weekend at Catalina?
You guys nailed it. Yeah.
Okay, you have any you gonna come and be a fact checker and be like, actually, this is what happened or anything?
I don't think so. I know you brought up the story that I drunkenly was like, dude, I got to tell you something.
Yes, and you never told me.
I can't fucking remember what it was.
So
I remember talking to the guy in question, the salamander shirt man.
Mike. I think his name was
Mike.
Yes.
Okay. And we were talking at a table for like 10 minutes. And I, in the moment, knew that I had no idea what we were talking about. He was just kind of talking. I was just standing there listening. And at one point I was just like, yeah, and I said something that was apparently completely irrelevant to the 10 minutes that he was just talking about. And he looked me dead in the eye. And he's like, are you paying attention to anything I'm saying? I'm like, no. I literally just told him, like, honestly, no, man, I'm sorry. And we all just laughed about it. And then I think you walked up, and then I was like, you have no idea what just happened. It was really awkward. But
oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
That's all I remember from that exchange.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
Good
How
stuff.
you been? How you been after the show? Anything new happen in life?
Anything new happen in life? I don't think so. Pretty boring over here.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. What has
What do you
happened?
have, kids?
Yeah. What? Come on. The biggest thing going on in my life is just catching up with TV shows, man. I mean, shit.
Did you do it?
The struggle is real. The struggle is real.
Where are you at? Where are you at with all your shows? With all your talkies?
I still need to catch up with Yellow Jackets. I am like,
God damn it.
I know. I'm like halfway through, I think, the season.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like watch one at least once a night. I always forget they're an hour long, and it's a very good show. But I'm like, fuck it.
What do you think? Yellow Jackets is a 22-minute sitcom?
Hey, listen, Barry did it. Barry made it work.
That's true. Barry was always 30 minutes.
30 minutes,
right?
Yeah. So not that. I did finish Dave. Fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. I heard the season's good. I got to get on it.
Very good season. Some great cameos. Just like what? Just out of nowhere. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
And then I watched Evil Dead Rise. Very good.
I heard that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it a fun time?
It's a fun time. It's a fun
time.
time
Pull the trigger on the $20 rental. I can't do it. But it's good though.
Yeah, it's really good. I didn't like it as much as the Evil Dead remake, but still very solid. Fun, practical, gore and effects. Some cool camera stuff. It literally takes place in just an apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the other ones take place in the cabin, so I get it. But.
Yeah, it is the first one in the series. I mean, I guess outside of like Army of Darkness, where it just goes full bonkers. That isn't taking place in like the middle of the woods in a cabin in the woods, and it's mostly this one apartment, and then occasionally like the hallway of the apartment. I think they didn't do nearly as much creative stuff in and around as much as I thought they would, but there is
in regards to the setting. Is what you're talking about?
Like they didn't utilize like all the surroundings as much as I thought they would. Although there is one really great sequence in the hallway, and the way it's shot is really really cool and interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, that was good. I don't know if I watched any other movies because I was about to get to one of the topics. No, I already talked about that. Yeah, that's the only new thing that I watched. And then, of course, Ted Lasso.
Okay. Are we getting into it?
Let's get into it, man.
Getting into it here?
How many? You've clearly seen the finale for Ted Lasso. Okay.
Yeah.
How many times did you cry?
I only got emotional like once or twice. I think.
Okay. I'm the pussy.
Very good episode of television. Very good episode of television.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
We have a hot take?
Oh, no.
No. Do you have a hot take?
Oh my God! I thought you saw one in the chat.
No.
It was a fine episode. Wrapping up an okay season of a fantastic show, I'd say.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming they're gonna go on with another type of spin-off here.
I don't know. I don't think they probably could. There's enough there's enough characters to branch off, via it's kind of like, I guess it would kind of be like an Office kind of thing where there's enough strong supporting characters that they could do something like that. They obviously wouldn't call it Ted Lasso. They'd probably call it, I don't know, something with Richmond or something like. It'd literally be everybody except for Ted.
Well, they kind of in the whole third season were kind of phasing him out. Like he was basically the B story in almost every episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think they knew what they were doing.
But. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I cried throughout the entire fucking thing. It was like every goddamn thing that happened in that stupid finale made me cry.
Every little callback.
Yeah, it was cute. Down to like the clothing. Like I was looking and some people were pointing out that like the final wardrobe that damn it, I forget her name.
Who is it? What is it?
Hannah
Hannah Waddington. You're talking about Rebecca?
Rebecca, thank you.
Yeah.
Like she was wearing like the same clothing that she was wearing in like the pilot. Like the amount of detail that they went to like match everything. And there were like so many cameos and stuff. I was like, wait, who's that again? I had to like look it up. There was a lot of like really, really cute little cameos.
My favorite random one was the couple from Beard's episode.
Yeah, okay. They
in the loft or whatever. That fucking couple randomly showed up in the back and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. I liked the little oneer that they did going through the whole thing. That was cool. I forget what I cried the most at. Might have been I think it was Ted and God damn it, I cannot think. Maybe the show's not that good. I can't think of Neil. Is it Neil? Nate. God damn it.
Okay, there you go.
Jesus Christ, I'm having like fog brain today.
Yeah. I think it's going to happen to all of us at the same time. Okay, there's something in the air, and like we're going to be live on the air, and it's going to be like The Happening or something like that, where we're all just like completely just cut off.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
Yeah. I think it was when those two like finally talked to each other. It's very emotional.
I'd say Nate's story in this season was what I was kind of let down by, not because of the direction it took story-wise, but because like there was so much that happened off screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's a pivotal moment that happens with his character and his, situation that he changes. And it's done off screen.
Yeah,
and I wanted to see that moment.
And they kind of just were like, okay, he's fine now. Like, you're on the team. Yeah. I remember during the finale, like when he's back on the team, I was like, by the way, mild spoilers, but I was like, wait, he hasn't talked to Ted yet. Yeah. He hasn't talked to Ted. And then they finally talk at the end. I was like, oh, okay. That's cute.
That's sweet.
Yeah. I think the other part where I teared up is when they all saved the Believe and they put it together. Sweet. Very, very sweet. But I think it was a fantastic finale to a fantastic season. The best season, if you ask me.
You think this is the best season?
I don't know. They all I can't remember anyone's names. I just remember enjoying every single episode and having a laugh and occasionally crying here and there. And that's all I want. That's all I need in this life.
What's your favorite episode of the show?
Oh, definitely the one where in general,
the entire series.
Oh God, dude, come on.
Or just season 3 if that's most fresh in your mind.
Thank you.
Can't remember. It's okay too.
I think it was like episode 4, the one where like Keely and Roy break up. Because I remember the scene specifically when it's not realistically this. I just remember this being the funniest scene when they're all going around and misunderstanding what they think they're talking about. And then they find out Roy and Keely, and then Ted almost faints. Yeah. That was the funniest scene. I think the Amsterdam episode in this season was probably my favorite.
It was a good one. That was a very good one.
It was really good.
I like the second to last episode of this season, probably the best.
Okay.
I think.
Good cliffhanger.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was really good.
My favorite episode of the show would be season 2 when they lose to Man City in Wembley. That's my favorite one.
Okay.
The one right before the Crazy Beard episode.
Okay. Oh,
that's my favorite episode of the show. I think it just hits so many back to back, just bam, bam.
Yeah.
Great moments. Yeah.
Okay. Is that when Jamie confronts his dad?
Yes.
It is. Okay. That's a fucking great episode.
And then there's the Ted moment right after that when he calls his therapist.
Yeah. Yeah, that is good.
Oh, man.
Not the divorce episode?
Not the divorce episode. That's up there. That's probably a top 5-er. I should do my power rankings of these things one time. But that's up there.
I should probably go back and rewatch it all because it's a very short, easy watch. So
It
Maybe.
was. It used to be a 30 minutes or less show. And then this season was like an hour 15. Oh, man.
Was it like constant? I thought they were always, all the episodes
I think
were longer.
The average episode length of this season had to be 50. It had to have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that
it got to the point where we're getting to the end and it's like I'd start the episode and this is like 1:16. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, yeah. I do remember seeing that for the finale. I mean, I just figured if this is their last season, they're just going all out.
Sure.
And yeah. It's a fantastic show. I thought it was a good ending, and tears all over. Barbecue sauce, baby.
That's another good callback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just glad you watched it, man. I felt I was alone there in those early days.
Yeah.
Yelling the good word about this show. Glad you jumped aboard. Loved it.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah.
I think because you were on board first, and I think I came on for the second season, and then that was it.
That sounds right.
Yeah. But we didn't talk Barry, did we?
We did not talk Barry. We gonna talk Barry?
Let's talk Barry.
All right, we getting spoilery?
Let's get spoilery. It's been long enough. Why not? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck
Watch
it.
Barry if you haven't already, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
So what happened? What happened?
It has been a while since I've watched it. Okay. So,
no, yeah. So we had that big time jump, which was like a big jaw dropper of a moment.
Now this is where people have jumped off this season.
Yeah.
I, for one, loved it.
Yeah.
I thought the second half of the season was actually really good.
Yeah.
I will say I think season 3 is the peak of the show, but season 4 was still pretty solid and had some really great episodes in there.
Yeah. Bill Hader was on. It might have been on Conan's podcast when he was talking about it. And he was telling a story about him and Larry David. Like he ran into Larry David. And he's like, "Oh, Barry, it's good. So he's in prison. It's over now." He's like, "No, Larry, there's actually one more season." He's like, "Why? He's in jail." And then somebody else, one of the co-hosts, is like, "Well, it's just him and Seinfeld. Like they just go to prison and then that's it. Like, and then game over."
I think me and Alex listened to that on the way back from Catalina.
Oh,
sat
really?
in traffic on the 710 or whatever and listened to that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. I loved how almost I don't know how to describe. It's like existential. It just went beyond realism in some of the stuff because I know that was always teetered in the third season with him walking on the beach and all that stuff and some weird crazy stuff going on because the episode
was the beach hell. Is that what we're implying there?
Maybe I think
because
so.
I believe someone pointed out when, again, huge spoilers here, guys, huge spoilers, when Noho Hank gets shot and he's sitting there, you can hear the beach, I think.
Oh,
I thought someone said that. I have to look it up.
Okay.
And I might be wrong. I might be wrong about that. But,
okay. Yeah. Huh. Very interesting.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't think about that. I because I'm thinking about the scene where Sally is not alone in the house, but it starts shaking and
they never did answer what really happened there. Huh?
Is that supposed to be death creeping in or something like that? I don't know.
I think it's just her just going crazy,
losing her fucking mind.
Yeah,
because that cut away to the dude dressed in black standing behind her. Both me and Amber were like, oh.
I think I remember talking. Yeah, I think I saw that episode before you and we talked about it on the show or something like that. And I was like, oh, you're gonna love the moment. Yeah.
It's so cool. I think if anything, I don't know if it's that the episode following the time jump where it's just seeing the day in the life of the two of them now that it's years later. That might have been I can see that one being the kind of turn off because it was a much slower, it just really, really slowed things down. But it was cool to see, where they were in that time. And honestly, the whole time I was like, did they kidnap this kid? Is this really 8 years later?
I was wondering that as well.
I was wondering if they were trying to pull something on us, but and
I brought it up. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I brought it up. I think we talked about it before, but even though the seasons have progressively gotten darker, they still sneak in these hilarious moments in everyone.
Yeah.
The two that come to mind are when they shoot the rocket launcher at the house and completely miss.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking great shot, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a 1 or 2 when he drives off
and it turns around.
Chase after him. It's a fucking beautiful shot.
Yeah.
But that scene was killing me. And then I don't know if it was the same episode or maybe an episode after when the guys are arguing about this whether or not a sound bar of playing Fast and Furious 6 from 2013 would work.
Yeah.
Overshadowing the fucking
I love that they I don't know if they planned that because I think that might have been like the same weekend Fast X came out when they were fucking talking about that, or it was at least like the week after. But it's so funny.
Is that the one where they go to Tokyo? No, that was Tokyo Drift.
It's like maybe instead of keeping him in the house, we get them a nice pair of noise canceling headphones.
Do you notice that? And they still take off in the car before that, so it did the plan.
So they did work. They did end up doing that. Yeah,
they did get away when there was a big ambush.
But I did really like the finale. It's incredibly dark, and it's not like a fully like some characters. Actually, I'm trying to think now. Like none of the characters except for one get what they deserve, but also not really.
Really, because I kind of feel the opposite. I feel like every character.
Well, okay, no. I'm with you, but I'm saying in the sense like there's really not a really happy ending for anybody kind of thing. That's kind of where I'm going with it. Like the only person, like Stephen Root, like he's the only one that like, he became the emperor of like his own little thing. Cause I love I think my favorite thing in just as him as a character, he'd be like, you know what, fuck you, Barry, bye. But then he'd come back and be like, oh, you know what? He's my friend, and then he just get completely fucked over.
Yeah,
constantly.
Him in season 3 was my fucking favorite.
Yeah,
man. And when he just kept getting these wonderful situations handed to him, he just had to keep leaving to go try to get Barry.
And then
it killed me.
And then I loved it in the end how he basically saves Barry's kid, and he's just like, you know what, that's on me. And then he goes, and then he lives. He's like the only person that lives. Sally gets her thing and she gets to be part of the theater and stuff, but there's still like a hint of like maybe she's not completely satisfied, like this is all that she has left. I love that Mr. Cousineau goes to prison. I love that. It's so sad and so dark, but he deserves it. He was so narcissistic and egotistical with all of his ways, and he thought Mark Wahlberg wanted to be in it. And of course Barry, like there's no way Barry survives in any of this, like from the get go. Like I've
seen some people saying they wanted it. I think might as well shout him out if I keep referencing my favorite TV critic, Alan Sepinwall from Rolling Stone.
Alan Sepinwall?
He was saying Alan Sepinwall.
Oh, okay.
Him and a couple other people have been saying like they might have preferred that it ended with the big shot.
Oh, like cut to black.
Wow, bam, and then ended right there.
That would
maybe just because like they didn't like how the epilogue went. You know what I mean?
I see that. Yeah,
but I liked it, and I liked the final scene too.
Yeah.
I
agree, and also you don't get that badass shot of Barry dead on the seat with Cousineau on the couch.
Yeah,
it's such an. I mean, it's a little too much directing if you ask me, but like every character had like their final shots, like the shot of NoHo Hank holding the hand of the statue as it's panning back.
There was the one a few episodes back too, and people have done this in movies and shows before, but when Hank is yelling at Cristobal and he has the windows behind him, they intentionally make it look like these wings, you know what I mean? Turning into the angel of death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was such an intense fucking scene, man. That scene
was great.
That scene broke
for a lot of people. I think that's probably the peak of the season.
Okay.
For people who aren't on board with the jump.
Yeah.
I'd say that was probably where it peaked for them.
I love that too because NoHo Hank has always been such a silly and fun character.
Yeah.
But the fact that they could make him like evil and make that scene very powerful and dramatic, and not only that, and then come back, have him like return and still be incredibly funny, you know. But because that's his character, that's like who he is, you know.
Kyle brought up a great moment from season 1 when Hank sends him the emoji-filled text messages before the boss says he needs to see him, and it's like the gulp.
Yeah.
Like he needs to see you right now.
So I saw someone point that out too. Like I think in this season when he sends this a text to somebody and it's supposed to be like, oh, like kill him or something like that, and it's like with confetti, like on the text message, and it's like going all over the place.
And he still has, and I quote it all the time. He still has the funniest moment in the show and one of the funniest moments in the history of television. Season 2, when he shows up in the clothing store in his disguise. He's like, "Bear, it's me."
Yeah.
Hank. Like he's so fucking proud of his disguise.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's great. And then freaking shout out to our boy Jim Cummings starring as Barry and like the fake movie.
I knew it because I follow that fucker on Twitter. And
Did he say something?
He retweeted just like, "Hey, finale of Barry's tonight." I'm like, why are you randomly retweeting that? And so it's kind of like in my head, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
I love that he just randomly popped, like when he popped up in Halloween Kills. It's like, oh shit, like because he's just like an interesting actor. Like he's got like a unique style to how he portrays characters. So it was cool seeing him. And then even the kid from It played Barry's son, like all grown up. I forget his name. He was from like Knives Out too. But that was actually pretty sweet too. And I don't know. I'm sure Bill Hader was trying to say something about how like news gets out and how stories about people get recontextualized by media and whatnot. Because like the credits at the end where it's the title and it says like like Barry was a hero and all that stuff, and it's just
he's
like
buried in the memorial cemetery or something.
It's so dark and so scary, but it's kind of real. Like I'm sure there's a lot of stuff like that actually happens. But more curiously, I would love to hear what Brian thinks about it.
I was gonna say, did he even finish the season? Probably not, huh?
I think I asked him, and he was like, "I haven't even finished." I mean, to be fair, he was like getting married.
Was he busy? Was he busy or something?
So who knows? Who knows if he'll actually like catch up?
Because you and him were if we're going back on the pioneers, like who was watching the show first? It was you and him watching that first season initially.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't jump aboard till I think midway through season 2. I want to say.
I feel like he, out of anybody, was like, "Oh, fuck, Barry's so good."
Yeah.
But I think he may have dropped off. But you never know. Maybe it'll come back around. And I don't know. I don't know if like having a critique of too much directing is like, well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think I know what he's saying.
I know
it's a funny phrase. Yeah. Too much directing.
That's like saying like, oh, Apocalypse Now is a little bit too much directing. If you ask me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So back it off with the directing a little bit.
Nick brings up another good joke in the season when he's listening to the religious podcast. And he's like trying to find a one that gives him permission to kill somebody. He's like, bingo. And he gets it and runs out.
Is that the Bill Burr cameo?
Yeah.
That was cool.
That and like when every time he went to go buy a gun from the store and turned around, it's like it's next to the fucking kid section, like in Walmart, basically. Like it's so fucking silly.
And the last time he just goes up to the counter, he's like, gun.
Yeah.
And he comes with this whole arsenal.
I think it was season 3 too. They had a similar thing where it was the mom and the kid, and they're like talking about why they need to kill Barry or whatever. Like, we need to do this, and they're like, so we'll get one. Turn to the guy, and he's like, all right, cool.
All right, why not? I think the funniest moment though in this whole season is when they try to kill Barry in prison, and Fred Armisen is he makes his cameo. God, and me and Amber had to rewind that because we were laughing so hard. It's so funny.
It's like, that guy's, I'm pretty sure he's trying to kill me.
Yeah. But good stuff overall. Fantastic show.
I'd say it ended up being one of my favorite programs. I'd say it was a very damn good 4 seasons.
Yeah, and, perfect time before Max took over and the writer strike and all that stuff. So at least it didn't suffer through that. So
is there nothing on now? Because that was like a weird time period there where we had like 5 shows going on at the same time that were all good.
I think we have kind of a break for a little bit.
In the summer, there's nothing really good. Remember when the summer was like full of game shows, like Wipeout was a thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure with all this stuff going on, it's probably going to get a lot of reality TV shows.
You know what? Wipeout was during the first writer's strike, I think, so you're probably right. Yeah.
So I imagine those things will amp up like crazy. I know that Ahsoka, does that come out this month? Or is that July? That's like a show. That's like a thing. There's a Marvel show coming out.
There's Loki soon, right? Isn't Loki out? No.
I think it's Secret Invasion first.
Right.
Dummy.
That's correct.
Come on, get your shit together.
Fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, Nick brings up you could watch The Idol if you want to watch that. Okay, so what is this? I only know through work that it's just got a terrible Rotten Tomato score. That's all I know.
You're not aware of like the history of the production and all that?
No.
So it's from Sam Levinson, who did Euphoria.
Okay.
So it's about like a pop star who gets kind of like influenced by this weird, like almost cult-esque kind of person in Hollywood.
I'm in.
It's kind of the plot of the show. Sounds cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they had Amy Semites. I don't know how to say her last name. She directed, I think, She Dies Tomorrow from a few years ago.
Okay.
Really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
They had her direct the series. And I believe she filmed 80% of it.
Mm.
And then Levinson fired her, I believe, and took it over because him and The Weeknd, who plays the guy, the
okay.
dude, he's also producer on it.
Okay. Guess
I
he was up all night to get lucky.
The quotes, that's not him. That's Pharrell.
Oh, God damn it. Is it really? What does The Weeknd sing?
The Blinding Lights. God
damn it. You're right. All right.
Anyway, they fired.
It would have been funny.
Yeah, they fired her, and then they said like it was, I believe this is the quote from the article, that was too female focused. Like it was told too much from the female's perspective. I mean, and it was too culty. Like they wanted the guy to look less like a cult figure, basically, is what was going on. Okay. So they reshot all of it, I think. Wow. I want to say.
Okay.
And there's like a bunch of like, and then so when that, they also like described scenes that they wanted to film that were just kind of over the line, you know, like it's a very like raunchy, you know, sexy show, but like there were some scenes, I guess, that were.
So the main character is a female, but it was too female focused.
I guess so.
Okay,
is what the quote was.
That makes sense. Yeah, no.
I read the article like 4 months ago. I forget, but yeah. So premiered last night, and I guess it's got kind of mixed reviews, mixed to negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you never know. Maybe it'll turn it around. You know, we don't know all the stories. We don't know everything, Cody. I read that Lost article. I was like, hold on a second. Do we know it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to defend
that Lost article, man. That sucked to read. God.
Yeah, it kind of broke my heart a little bit. Yep, yep. But I believe in second chances. We could turn it around. Because like Damon Lindelof he kind of admitted to some of it, right?
At the very least, Lindelof
is like owning up to it
and like kind of apologized. Whereas Cuse was like,
that guy's just
like spoke through a publicist or whatever, or like a PR firm, and did like the deflecting thing of it all.
And also not to say that even though like Lindelof is like admitting to it or, you know, speaking up about it, you know, doesn't make it okay, but I don't know. You know?
Yeah. In an age where everyone like says like denies it outright, you know, like it was good to see him at least take some accountability for it, I guess. Yeah. Is responsibility, I guess, is the word we're looking for.
Yeah.
So that sucked to read. I read that whole fucking. I'm looking forward to that book though.
Oh yeah.
Am I gonna buy it? Probably not, because I don't read books. But you know,
Audible it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I am rewatching Lost right now. So no, I'm just kidding.
Like the day before that happened, I was gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna rewatch that whole thing. I legit thought about it. I was looking up YouTube clips. And I was like, oh man, I miss watching this show.
I'll just skip anytime I see the other guy's name. How about that? I'll skip. I'll pass through it. You know, I'll show my support to all the actors and stuff. Yeah, that's a big bummer. But yeah, I don't know what other show. Let us know in the chat what other shows are coming out. There's a bunch of. I mean, this summer movie season is pretty jam packed. We had a big movie come out this past weekend that we both have seen.
We clearly both have. Yes.
Yes, I loved Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
What's your favorite part? Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, I could tell you because some stuff got spoiled for me, but I don't want to.
Oh no, that's a damn shame. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think anything that big.
Are you interested in this movie? Did you like the first one?
Oh yeah, I love the first movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I do want to see it, but I just didn't.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean,
it's fucking awesome. The movie's fucking awesome.
Even if you're an adult. Okay.
Even if very much so. Oh, you want to talk about crying? I cried like 4 or 5 times in this thing.
Cody, this is a cartoon.
Sometimes within the first 20, 30 minutes. Just family moments. I was like, oh my God, this is hitting home. This is insane.
And it's like a part one-er kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Jury's still out on whether or not like it feels like
a full movie. Kind of sounds like a cop-out.
I mean, I thought it was great. But I've seen some people say it feels like Deathly Hallows Part 1, you know, which you might actually like because you like them.
I like Deathly Hallows Part 1, because I'm an adult.
I don't think I got that vibe from it.
Okay.
I just know when it ended, I was like really upset because I wanted to watch more because like they really had done a great job with the last 30 minutes of the movie, just getting fucking amped.
Okay. Yeah. The more people I heard talking about it, I did something for work for it, and I heard just a bunch of like fans talking about it. I was like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. I should see this movie.
So good. It's so good. Oh,
so man. I will definitely make an effort to go and see it. Can't this weekend because Transformers Rise of the Beasts is out, and I'm seeing it day one, baby.
You going Thursday night?
If I have time, I'll try. Because I really do want to see that movie. I'm a child. So I should watch this
kids, Christian.
What's that?
Yeah. I was about to say it's for kids.
Yeah, but at least there's like real humans in it.
fair. Oh well.
Well, I did see. Yes, I saw it. Yes. Did you like this one better than Into the Spider-Verse?
No. Just
take.
because Into the Spider-Verse, I've brought it before, but that's like one of the best movies of the last 25 years. I think it is. It's kind of crazy how high that one's gotten in my viewing, I would say. Every time I've watched it, rewatched it, it has gotten so much better.
Yeah.
That's a movie that gets me emotional no matter how many times I see it.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably the best. I'm going to go out on a record and say that's the best Marvel movie of all time. Into the Spider-Verse. Any of the MCU, any of the other Marvel worlds.
Even over Spider-Man PS4?
That's not a movie.
But, okay, fine. Okay.
Spider-Man PS4 is really
the best story. The best Spider-Man story.
That might be the best story.
Yes.
Really forward.
Yes. Okay. All right. Is the plot really known for this one much? Because I heard something. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not.
I mean, I avoided most marketing and trailers for this, but from what I understood going in, that it was about a lot more Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like there was a whole kind of like society of them. That's kind of all I knew, and I knew that Oscar Isaac's character from the end of the first movie was
Miguel
in this too. Yeah.
I know that like he's like chasing Spider-Man for some reason or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. I like Spider-Man. I like all Spider people.
If they stick the landing with the third one and it's up to the quality of the first two, this is legit could be like one of the best trilogies ever.
But is it a trilogy though? If it just like ends,
it's 3 movies.
Okay, all right, fine.
You
got me.
I mean,
you got me.
It does feel like structurally it is kind of similar to Empire. I know that's the stupid thing that everyone says, where like the dark second movie is always the Empire Strikes Back or whatever, but it does kind of feel similar to that. If that makes sense. I got more of an Empire vibe than I did Deathly Hallows Part 1 vibe.
Oh, well, that's just a terrible comparison that you made then.
Why is that?
With Deathly Hallows, you shouldn't have said that.
I'm so confused. What?
Well, you're saying you should have compared it to Empire as opposed to Deathly Hallows, right?
I'm saying it felt more like Empire than it did Deathly Hallows.
Okay, never mind. I was just trying to make a joke, but I'm
like, was I not supposed to say Deathly Hallows?
We can't bring up Harry Potter anymore. We can't.
Yeah, no,
we just
sorry
can't.
about that. Yeah,
Eric Munns in the chat, by the way, said the movie flew by. I remember thinking towards the end, wouldn't it be hilarious if the movie just ended here? And then it did. I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had like a dread, like with 2 minutes to go, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this is where I hope they don't end it here because this is like a nice, really cool build up." And then that's
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go and check that out. Would you say
I have
to this date? Actually, no. I'll just ask you this because you might be recency bias, but also there's still you got to wait for the third part. But as of now, is what is your favorite Spider-Man movie?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, you did say that. I was thinking because you said Marvel favorites. Okay, all right, cool,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's fair. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, okay.
All right.
How many have we had? I'm trying to think.
Oh God,
3,
so
6,
two
8,
trilogies.
9, 10. We've had 10, right?
Do you count his appearances?
I have not. You count like Civil War and shit?
Like Civil War?
I did not count those. I just counted the Spider-Man movies.
Okay. Yeah, then that's fair. And then Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Yeah.
3, 7,
8,
yeah,
10.
Yeah. No.
10.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of Spider. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy.
Let's reboot it again. Just keep telling these fucking things.
Well, hey. I saw that someone was saying Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland is going to happen. I'm sure it will, but yeah, and I
think they introduced Miles in the next one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Even though Tom Holland is going to be older, but yeah,
I think they're gonna go with the PS4 PlayStation vibe, kind of where it's like both of them.
Can we talk about that?
The second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, have we not?
I don't think so. We didn't. I don't.
Man,
I
look
think
at us having conversations, not on the air. Because I think we did talk about it a little bit.
Did we?
I think at Brian's wedding, didn't we?
Oh, I meant like Cody. I don't care about like real life. I'm talking about for content.
Sure.
We can get some
let me get back
some
to
fucking
the zone.
money.
Let me get back to the zone. Sorry.
Put some money on the Cubbies.
Listen, did you see that Spider-Man 2 gameplay trailer?
Nope, I'm not avoiding all of it.
No, you're not.
I know.
You watched
I
all
watched
that,
fucking all of it, dude.
Yeah, you did.
I kept telling myself too. We're talking about the PlayStation showcase.
Yeah.
Where they showed like 20 minutes of Spider-Man 2 stuff, and I was like, fuck, they're showing a lot right now. And then I think Yuri, the guy who voices Spider-Man, he was doing an interview during the Across the Spider-Verse red carpet, and he was like, I saw people complaining that they showed too much. He's like, you guys haven't.
I saw this fucker Christian. He kept complaining that they were showing him. Like, listen, fucker, you don't know shit.
Stop going to go see Transformers and support this movie instead. He was saying like they haven't even like touched the surface yet on what we have and haven't seen. I
mean, imagine the game's 20-something hours long.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Yeah.
But yeah, already like in the symbiote suit, like Jesus Christ, like emo Spider-Man coming out almost. Because I saw people put together like TikToks like, see you later, chump.
Yeah, see you, chump.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm fucking stoked, man.
Kraven, Lizard's up in this bitch. There's mention of Harry. There's man.
I think that's the only game that I know of that's coming out this year that I'm actually super excited for. Is there anything big coming out? Like I know there's plenty of big games coming out at the end of the year. I'm saying stuff that me and you play.
I mean, I've been in game heaven the past few months. I'm in.
Playing?
Well, I was playing Resident Evil 4. I was playing, not Harry Potter. I didn't touch that. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, very good.
Survivor.
Yeah, and Survivor. I played back to back. Yeah, sure.
Did you beat that one? The new one?
Yeah, I beat the new one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, it's like more or less the same. But I like. I think I might like this one a little bit more. Mechanics wise, it was a lot more fun. There's a lot more fun stuff to do.
Was it the Jack 2 of the Star Wars Jedi? That was a weird poll. Did you ever play the Jack and Daxter game?
No, but I oddly knew what you were talking about.
Do you know like how weird the tonal shift was for Jack 2?
No, is it just you just get like super dark?
Jack and Daxter was this fun like adventure game where it's this guy and his like squirrel buddy running around just collecting orbs and shit, and then it gets to Jack 2 and he's basically possessed by dark energy and it goes to like the future. It's wild. Jack 3 is even crazier. They go to the desert. Those are fun games.
What studio is behind that?
That was Naughty Dog, sir.
That was right. Okay,
that was Naughty Dog.
That's what I thought. Okay, all right. Well, hey,
comment in the chat. Are you a Jack 2 or a Jack 3 guy?
Yeah, or are you a Jack off?
Hey.
Manny brings up Starfield. That's a big one. I believe, Cody, that's unfortunately an Xbox and I think it's a Microsoft thing. So no PS5. Have you heard of Starfield?
No.
Oh my God!
Is it like a space opera?
It's like Fallout, but in space. You can literally like travel and visit like thousands of different planets and stuff. And
so it's like No Man's Sky, but with like a narrative.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. And like you can build your own spaceship. You can build your own.
Was there a
base.
narrative in No Man's Sky? I didn't even play that. I didn't mean to.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I would look up the video though because it looks fucking sick. It looks really cool. But again, like it looks like too much. Like, I think I talked about. How
many times has that one been delayed?
I'm sure a bajillion times. Yeah.
Because I think every game is allowed 2 or 3, right? That's what we just come to expect at this point.
It's okay. 2 or 3 delays, but not when your game releases and then be like, hey guys, we know you want to enjoy the game.
No,
like,
yes.
None of that bullshit.
If you release it without it being ready, that's on you.
Just finish the goddamn game.
Yeah.
So that's coming out. Oh, Alan Wake 2 is coming out. They showed a big trailer for that at the PlayStation Showcase. It looks awesome.
I got to get over myself and finish that first one.
Just put it on the easiest difficulty and then ram through it.
Yeah, I was too frustrated, and then I was like, this is fucking too campy for me anyway. I was like, oh, whatever. But I'm going to force myself to get through it. Yeah.
My favorite thing. Stephen King once wrote. His voice is so good.
They're fucking like moving over the forest. Oh, my goodness.
It's great. Yeah. It's great. Manny says it was officially delayed once. So
okay. You still got 1.5 more.
Starfield,
don't worry. It's okay.
I don't know. I'm sure there's more. They announced a bunch of stuff, like Metal Gear Solid Remake and like a collector's. I don't know if that's coming out this year though.
Okay.
But so now I'm in kind of a break because I'm not playing the new Breath of the Wild, or I guess whatever
Tears
it's called.
of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not playing that. So now I'm finding the time to just catch up on games that I never finished. And guess what, Cody? Guess what? I'm back.
Red Dead Redemption.
I was hoping you were gonna guess Cyberpunk, but no.
But
no, but it's not Cyberpunk.
oh my God, you're a whore.
I'm replaying Ghost of Tsushima because I never finished that one.
I never finished it either. I did want to.
I'm like knee deep in the second section, and I'm like, God, why did I stop playing? And I finally got an outfit that I love. It's dope. I look like Raiden.
I think my thing with it, I know this isn't the case with the game, but as I was going along, like it felt really repetitive to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like I didn't quite get to the point where the game really kicks in yet, and I should have kept going. But
so did you end up getting to the castle in like
no,
the first second? Shit.
No,
okay.
I think there's multiple islands, right? I'm still on the first one or whatever.
It's like 3 sections on one island kind of thing.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
But once you get past that first section, like, then you have to it's like fucking Star Wars, dude. Like you're like the chosen one, or you're like the last samurai, kind of thing, and then you have to recruit like a team and stuff. It's cool. Yeah. It's dope. So yeah, I'm playing that right now, and like with the repetitive stuff, I know what you mean, because like Assassin's Creed, that reminds me of repetition. There's a new Assassin's Creed coming out this year too. I just put on like a podcast or something, and I'll listen to something while I'm just going around the field, and then when the story stuff starts happening, I'll like pause it. Because I like doing all the side stuff. That's why I stopped the first time around, because I did so much shit that I was like, fuck, I'm like 80 hours in this game, and I barely touched the surface. That's my problem with open world games. I do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'm more like Eric. You guys were giving him shit last week. I just go through the main story. Like I don't have time to like linger around for hours and hours.
For Ghost of Tsushima, you can just. I think if you do that, the story stuff is pretty short. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm currently playing that right now. Kyle in the chat says, I've tried playing Ghost of Tsushima twice and couldn't do it. Might try it a third time though. Absolutely gorgeous game. Oh my god,
it looks great. Yeah.
And I started from scratch too, because like I looked at my save from my first one, because it came out on PS4, and then they had a PS5 version that was like a director's cut. So I just like paid a little bit extra for that and just started over. But my original gameplay was like 42 hours. I'd never.
And you went over that? And you went back?
I went back and did it all again, basically. Yeah.
42 hours.
That was 42 hours during COVID. So like,
oh my god,
I had plenty of time. So I'm just like,
that was a while ago. So that was the last big PS4 game, right?
Yeah, it was like, because I was playing like nothing but giant open world games and putting all these hours in fucking video games at that time.
So I haven't played that in 3 years then. Damn.
Yeah. So wow. and plus I know that is it David Leitch? He's doing the movie for it, or maybe it's the other guy.
I think he was in talks, but yeah, that was like a couple of years ago, I think, when it was announced. So we'll see.
Because that would be fucking sick. I can see him doing that, and that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
But besides those, not really much. Oh, I could do a quick album review.
Oh no.
My
boys
for you.
Yeah.
Of Avenged Sevenfold finally released their album, their first album, or record, if you will. Their first record in 7 years, Cody. 7 years.
This is since 2016.
2016, and in 2016, it was a wonderful time because at that point they had only released. I'm talking in 2016 in particular. When Trump was in office, great times.
Yeah.
Or he wasn't in office. It was when he was, whatever.
Yeah.
In 2016, they released their first song for their new album, The Stage, and it was a great song. I was like, great, I can't wait. They didn't really put a release date, or at least I think they may have. I don't remember. But then I just remember one day driving home from work, from Collider. This is when I was driving from Collider to my parents' home. Very long time ago.
Wow. Even before you moved out on your own. Holy shit.
Because I moved out in 2017, I think.
Yeah.
I remember going to Spotify. I was like, I want to listen to that Avenged song. And then sure enough, because it was a late night for us, this is like when albums release at 9 o'clock for us, midnight in the East, whatever. I checked the album. The entire fucking album is there. They did a surprise release in 2016 for The Stage. And I remember, oh my God, I get to listen to 10 more songs that have not been previewed or anything, just completely blind. And I was fucking blown away. Their last album was fantastic. So you got to imagine, and they've released like one song in between that, and they've had some like covers and stuff, nothing too crazy. But cut to now, where finally, after all this time, this fucking album, been waiting for 7 years, and Cody, it was well worth the wait.
You think so?
With the little caveat, it's not.
I heard it's very different of
it's
what I've heard,
incredibly different. Well, okay.
What are they doing? Fucking EDM? What is so crazy about it?
You want to hear a song?
No, I don't want to get flagged. I want to hear your impression of the song. So if their old music was like,
so I want
new music sound like?
Okay. That's the thing. I can't really. So there's no way to fully like describe the album. I can't even mouth one because every song sounds different. Every single song is different.
Okay, that's interesting.
But also, like, this is a different album for them, but it's still very much them. So like, this would be like their version of, I guess the Blink self-titled album, where it's them, but they are doing something a little bit different. They're going beyond what their genre is.
I'm so curious now to listen to this.
Is
it heavier? Is it just a different genre, or what's the deal here?
It's a hodgepodge of genres. Okay. So like they've very much been a metal band throughout their career, or heavy rock band, and so this one they're like, hey, we're not going to be tied down to just being a metal band. We're just going to make music, and that's basically what they did. They have their roots is here. Like there's some thrash stuff in here. There's guitar solos. There's very fast songs. But then you have like a Daft Punk inspired song in like the back half of the album. You have like a Frank Sinatra-esque melody that's
great.
Okay,
so they're just doing a bunch of different types of things within one album.
Yes, but
okay, that's cool.
But that's the thing. Like if you're like a diehard fan of Avenged, like if you've listened to them throughout the years, they've always done this to a certain extent. This just takes it a little bit further. Like as opposed to like if you're like your influences were in the same sort of genre, like so like for them like, oh yeah, like our inspirations are Metallica, Iron Maiden, Dream Theater. This for them would be like, oh, we were a metal band, but our inspiration for this album is like Kanye, Daft Punk, Travis Scott, like just a hodgepodge of like Kanye music, not Kanye person.
Sure.
It's just a grandiose mixture, and it's cool because it's a concept album about like the album's called Life. Life is like a butterfly. Life is but a dream is what the album is called. And it's a concept album just about like what the meaning of life is and like who we are as people. Like their song is called Nobody. It's about like somebody like coming to terms with like, oh, like we're all the same. I'm like nothing on this planet. But that doesn't mean like I have nothing to strive for or anything. It's a really cool idea that they did for this album, and it's like one of the first albums that I would like listen to where like you kind of have to listen to the thing in its entirety for the whole picture. Like everything is just like, it's just a giant vibe. I just appreciate the hell out of it. And I think that's the thing that I appreciate the most is that because it's so interesting and different and it's a conversation starter. Like I would have rather this 1,000 times over than just the same old stuff that I'd heard. Like this makes me think about like, I hope like the new Blink album is not like just throwback like the 2016 California album. I hope if one day if System of a Down finally gets their shit together and they make a new album, I don't want to hear like another Toxicity. I want to hear what their music is like in their time of their life right now, because that's how it should be. That's what they're doing right now, and I think the critics like it a lot because they think it's very bold, but obviously the fans are like very much divided.
I was gonna ask,
I've seen the one thing that I always see with that people have critiqued this, and it's stuff that I don't normally like when they critique it, is just when they just go like, oh, it just sounds like this. Oh, this is just this song. Like I think you can spin that in a positive way by saying like if I'm saying like, oh, they made a Daft Punk song, like it's a Daft Punk inspired like kind of anthem, but when people be like, oh, this is just Daft Punk, oh, this is just Alice in Chains, like it's just like, well, yeah, everything is everything. Like nothing is completely original anymore. There are inspirations and influences out there.
There's influences, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like Brian, every time he always just like, oh, this is Shining. Oh, that's this. That it's like there are inspirations for these things, but it doesn't mean it's that core thing. Just because one thing reminds you of another thing doesn't mean that's what the entirety of what it's about.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I mean, someone in our Discord was like, I've never listened to Avenged Sevenfold. Should I start here?
Kyle just asked right now in the chat, and I was going to joke, like, so this should be his first album.
Maybe that was Kyle that was in Discord. I mean, I would say go for it, because this is an album just for kind of the masses, because almost like every song is like multiple songs within a song, because there's all these like crazy changes to the songs that like may not entirely make sense, but like just hearing them talk about the album, they're like, we've done transitions before, we've done guitar solos, we've done dueling guitar solos, we can do that stuff. Now we're gonna do something that we've never really done before. I'm like, that's interesting. I like that. And like the album ends with an instrumental, like a beautiful piano piece, because it's like
nice.
It's after death, like it's like the culmination of everything coming to one moment, and it's just this beautiful piece that like the guitar player learned how to play piano just for this like instrumental piece. And the last 3 songs, it's like, I don't know what they're calling it, I'm just calling it like the God trilogy. It's literally, the first song is called G. The second song is called Ordinary with O parentheses around the O, and then the last song is called Death with parentheses around the death.
Damn.
It's just G-O-D. Okay. And that's where the album like 1 is like this crazy Rush, Frank Zappa, like mixture of a weird, like I don't even know how to, honestly, it's like a funky jazz song. I don't know, it's weird. And then that goes into the Daft Punk-esque, like, you know, electronica, upbeat kind of thing. That's one of my
transitions between songs work, or is it so weird?
No. Specifically with those 3, it's almost like it's one song. It's God.
Cool.
It's almost like one song. It'd be like if what's it called? Jesus of Suburbia were like multiple songs in a row, as opposed to just one 8-minute
so it
song.
feels like that.
Yeah, because one of the things that they were saying, because they have long songs, they have like they have songs that are from like 8 to 15 minutes, like 7 minutes, and so one of the things that they said, like, we've done that before. So now for this one, we don't want to stick around to something for too long. Like, we're just going to kind of be in it and then out. And so, like, that's really cool. That's really interesting. I would, because I'm sure you've heard a couple of Avenged songs. You probably heard like Bat Country and Hail to the King, I'm sure.
I know a decent amount. I probably know 5 to 10 solid songs. Yeah.
Okay. So like, but you would like, if you heard them, you're like, oh, that's like Avenged Sevenfold. There's some songs in here you'd be like, whoa. Because they're using like auto-tune, they're using like electronic sounds on their instruments. It's wild. I would recommend, because if you listen to the album, it's just a fucking journey, man. You're like,
do they collaborate with Good Charlotte again? Do they bring in outside influences in artists here?
No collaboration with Good Charlotte. There is, they've never done guest singers or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they were featured. They were featured on a very, I think it's a bop. The River. I like that Good Charlotte.
Oh
song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
That's a really good song. Yeah. So I like this album. It's good. I don't know if it's like one of my favorites of theirs. I appreciate the hell out of it. It was definitely well worth the wait. And for the first time, I bought Avenged Sevenfold merch, and I bought the vinyl for this album too.
I forget. Were you going to see them this year?
I'm seeing them this Friday. Yeah.
Oh, look at you go.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So it's been a fun week, and poor Amber's had to sit through me listening to all this stuff. But it was cute yesterday because I went to visit my mom yesterday. We were just hanging out because she unfortunately had it like when I was younger, listening to their albums. Like she would take me to school. I would pop in the CDs. So she knows Avenged Sevenfold. She knows like their first 4 albums, like front to back. And so I was like, hey mom, who do you think this is? So I played her like the electronica, like the Daft Punk inspired song, and she was like, huh. And she was thinking, and as soon as she heard the voice, she was like, oh, is that Avenged Sevenfold? I was like, yeah. And she was like, whoa. She was like taken aback a little bit. So that was pretty fun. But yeah.
Cool, man.
It's good stuff. Down to even look up the artwork too. They worked with some artist named Wes Lang. Some fucking crazy cool art designs. Some of the coolest stuff that I've seen that for their album work that they've done in a long time.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
It's real. That's partially why I wanted to buy the vinyl too, because the artwork itself is just really, really neat. And, it's cool. So seeing them this Friday. I can't wait. I'm very excited. A happy boy. I was very nervous because like their first 2 songs was like, what the fuck is this? And like they've like definitely grown over time, but like in context with the rest of the album, it just flows. It flows pretty nicely. So, yeah,
cool, man.
It's good stuff.
Cool.
Good stuff. Let's hope that Blink album is something, man. Hopefully.
Just see So once again, Blinkeretta is like the worst place and the best place in the world, depending on what you're going there for. If you're going there to watch people freak out, it's awesome because they were convinced that there was a new song going to come out on June 2nd because in the the coding of like the website.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the image, but like it was in the code or something like that. It said like the song was More Than You'll Ever Know is the name of the song, and it said 6-2. And they're like, it's gonna happen, and it didn't fucking happen. And I'm like, oh
damn.
My goodness.
Well, see, we'll see. You never know, because like Avenged was doing that leading up to this album. They were doing a lot of crazy stuff like that, where fans had to like decode and whatnot. They were doing all this stuff like via NFTs or crypto or something like that, and people were unlocking all these things. So you never know. You never know what kind of like marketing they'll like get into. But they finished recording the album, right? Blink?
Yes.
Okay.
They've said it like 5 different times. So they're like, we're really done this time. Yeah. No, we're really done. Yeah, Net just did the finishing touches. Okay, I just did the last touches on the album. Like that, they keep doing that.
Okay. Well, hey, listen. Avenged new stuff, Blink stuff. Some people even say that this new Blink, this Avenged album was written by AI. So, hey.
Oh, I was trying to find a way to segue, you son of a bitch.
It wasn't, Christian, by the way. Yes.
AI is the future. All right.
Is it?
Are you aware of this? Are you aware of the robots taking over?
Yeah, unfortunately. It's a slow but unfortunate thing that we're just going to have to come to terms with. Yeah.
They're taking our jobs. They're taking our lives. They're taking over our Adobe Creative Cloud. Are you familiar with the new feature in Photoshop called generative fill, Christian? A lot of people have been doing this. You can type in anything you want, and the computer will give you an image of something.
Oh.
Or if you want to expand the canvas of something, you can do that. People have done it for like the Mona Lisa. They've said like, what would this look like if this was like a 1920 by 1080 image
like a
instead?
Fat ass or something like
and
that.
And they spread it out. Yeah, it's like it's on a motorcycle. It's very strange.
Oh, okay, cute.
People have done it for like album covers and stuff like that. They've expanded it. So I was playing around with it for some of our stuff here, guys. So, Christian, I believe I've sent you some images here.
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to cue some of those up? Are you ready for them?
I have those ready. So the first one you sent me was really small. Is that intentional?
Yes.
Okay.
The one of just the set.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to pull it up here.
Let me know when it's up because I can't see it.
It's up now.
Here we go.
Yes.
Okay. So this is just our set. This is from last week's episode of the show. Intentionally small. You'll see why in a second. And people are always asking like, hey, you guys have a cool little background there. What's it look like? What's the rest of that room look like? Well, thankfully, we have that generative fill in Adobe Photoshop that can kind of help us out here. So, Christian, why don't you show what the rest of the room looks like right now?
Jesus Christ, that's scary.
It's spot on. It is spot on.
That's exactly what it looks like.
What it looks like there.
Even
between
the little
couch on the right side, between the weird deformed people in the walls.
Yes.
It is absolutely what it is. And don't forget about that hot dog in the bottom. The hot dog is essential.
That's essential
to the room.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Was the hot dog there? Or did you add that?
The hot dog. I mean, that's all AI, baby.
Okay.
That's AI right there.
Okay.
Yeah. They knew it was there and they threw that in there. I like the dirty ceilings as well. That's great. Is that a water stain up on top?
It's not that dirty.
See there.
It's also popcorn ceiling, so yeah.
Yeah. I like that the lights are only on the very bottom of the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like the Haunted Mansion when like this room actually
stretching.
Oh, good. So that was one I had fun with. I liked our producers on the left too. They're just kind of hanging out there, huddled together.
Yeah, it's just like a pair of legs and like 2 heads together or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what our studio looks like, guys. By the way, in case anyone was ever curious. Okay. Moving on to the next image, I believe is the one of Eric. Do you have that one, Christian?
That is correct. I have Eric on screen.
So this is Eric from last at Brian's wedding. He was he was a little tipsy, so we're putting him to bed. You know, it's a fun time. But a lot of things in that photo were kind of, people were wondering like, whose hand is that? Who's holding the croissant?
Oh yeah.
What is going on in this room here? How big is this room? I want to see more of this. So I ran it through AI, and it showed us this. Christian, you want to let us know what that looks like?
Oh my goodness. So
I don't remember the girl. I don't remember this person.
That's supposed to be Amber. That don't look like Amber.
It's definitely not Amber.
No.
That's someone sitting in the bed with Eric there. And again, I forgot about the hot dogs. There were multiple hot dogs in this.
Yeah, that's another hot dog right there, huh?
Yeah, that's that's that.
That is terrifying.
The windows in the background. I forgot that this took place at 2 p.m. and not.
I was just about to say it's nighttime. On the right side, but it's during the day on the left. Good
the
Lord.
lighting situation in that rental was very interesting.
Yeah.
And don't forget about the hot dog looking from outside as well. There was the one guy trying to get in.
You can barely see him, but he's there. Yeah. Okay.
We can move on here to the next one here. The next one, I believe, is you taking a photo at Catalina. I think you were taking a photo, and Alex took a photo of you taking a photo, I believe, is what happened. So
is this just the generated one, or was there a before and after?
There was a before and after.
Oh.
If it's not there, it's fine.
Okay.
So because we have the rest of the generative fill here, guys, look at this right here. Do you have it up, Christian?
Yes, it's up now. Yeah.
All right. So once again, nice call rocking the barefoot look there, by the way, on the pavement. I didn't think you were barefoot in the public.
I wasn't.
Yeah, no, you were.
Huh.
According to this image here, Christian.
What the fuck?
You absolutely were. Yeah.
Fake news.
Yeah. I also like the there was not that much green on the left there too. That was actually
that was like all dirt.
Yeah, it was all like rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget about the giant hot dog.
Fucking hot dog.
Can't forget about that hot dog. It was definitely Lord. That's what you were taking a picture of.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's
it does
crazy.
Get the shadows right on the bottom though. If you look down at the shadows, and don't gloss over the fact that you currently have 3 hands in this photo. If you look closely.
Yeah, I was wondering
on the phone, and then you got a second phone there on the right.
I was wondering if that was the shadow of the hot dog, but I don't think it is.
No,
it's got to get that right. It's got to get the hot dog right. Yeah.
And finally, Christian, I believe I have a still from our short film Daydreamer.
Check it out.
The nice little shot of Brian and Christian in the dirt, right? Or Brian and Alex in the dirt, right?
Yes, that's correct.
People asking like, where'd you guys film that? Okay, what'd you guys do? What was the set looking like behind the camera? I want to know. So I ran it through AI, and this is absolutely what it was, Christian. Tell me what you're seeing.
So I see. So now Brian and Alex are kind of further back. There's a like a little lake, or no, like a little stream going down.
Yeah, a lazy river.
A lazy river, if you will. The hot dog is riding on another hot dog.
No, that's an inflatable tube.
Oh, inflatable tube.
Yeah,
okay.
That's an inflatable tube.
It looks like the shape of a hot dog.
There was a bunch of them kind of going by while we were filming. It was a little distracting.
There was a dead body as well.
Yeah.
And
then forget the dead body. Yeah.
Dead body floating, and then it looks to me. I don't recall this on the day we filmed, but it looks like a bear celebrating a birthday.
Yeah, it was the bear's birthday. You don't remember?
I don't remember
cake and everything, Christian. You don't remember this?
Oh shit!
You remember the bear though?
Maybe that's the Burbank bear.
It's the Burr bear.
Yeah,
yes, that's
the Burr bear.
What it is.
Damn it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow.
So I'm just glad that the robots were able to help us out with that. The AI was able to recreate some of these wonderful moments for us, and I just want to share that with you all.
Fantastic. And that's why you're dressed as a robot today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're just becoming.
Robo Cody is here, and he's here to stay. It's the future of the world.
Rody.
Yeah. There's a movie called Cody the Robo Sapien.
Really?
Let me look it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that DVD somewhere.
I feel like this is a bit.
This is a 2013 film.
Okay. Was this?
Let's see. This is absolutely real. Google it. Cody the Robo Sapien is real. I should have used him as the chair.
Did a woman direct it, and then Sam Levinson fired her?
I don't know, but it's from an acclaimed producer of the Spider-Man and X-Men trilogies, according to the DVD here.
Which one is that?
If it was him, they would say. I mean, this was 2013, so they would have put his name all over.
Cody the Homo sapien,
the Robo Sapien, Robo Sapien. Yes, it's a real thing. It's a pretty nice look. It's got like the big old cute little eyes.
I would love if this was a bit and you went out of your way to create this.
Like I put hundreds of images in Google. Fine.
Cody the Robo Sapien. Wow.
Yeah, it's a 2013 film.
There's also Robo Sapien Rebooted, which.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's what it's also known as. Okay. Canadian.
Get on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Avi Arad. That's who you're referring to.
Oh, okay. Avi Arad produced that, huh?
I guess so. Oh, jeez. It had a budget of $15 million, and it made $290,000 at the box office. But hey, it's only 86 minutes, so
okay, that's a win.
Yeah. And
did that end a string of Cody being in the name of movies? Yeah, that and Cody Banks.
Cody Banks.
I guess that buried that.
But. From the director of Into the Blue 2, Casper, two Casper movies, Three Ninjas, High Noon, and Mega Mountain. Oh, he directed Punks. Okay.
Punks?
I remember Punks, yeah.
Okay.
Cats and Dogs 3, Paws Unite.
Okay.
And then Reagan, the story about...
Of Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan's life from his childhood, yes. That's coming out this year.
That's after Cody the Robo Sapien.
Yes, and Dennis Quaid himself is playing Ronald Reagan, the actor.
unironically want to get this director on the show. I want to talk to him.
I mean, I would talk to him about Punks. Oh my
Yeah.
God, he was an executive producer and director for Even Stevens, That's So Raven.
Oh my
Holy
God, we
shit.
got to talk to this dude.
He directed
All right.
Shake It Up, Kicking It. Wow.
Man.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm in. I'm in. Let's get him on the show. Holy
Deal,
shit, he directed the Even Stevens movie. Wow.
We just stumbled into a A-list director.
Holy
right
shit.
Here, Christian.
Yeah. Sean
Man.
McNamara.
McNamara.
McLemore?
Macklemore.
McLemore?
McNamara.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Got it.
Okay. Wow. So AI is taking over, Cody. Listen, I know AI is scary. I know the WGA wants protection. Hey, the DGA got it. Woo! But I'm just kidding. We all want it. I don't know because
I wasn't disputing you.
I was like reading stuff on them, and I was like, are like the writers pissed off about this, or does this like?
I think they are a little bit.
A little bit, right? I would imagine.
Yeah.
So. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think
I
so.
wouldn't. Not at the directors, but at like the studios even more, maybe.
Yeah.
Because like the DJ, like it protects them from like pretty much everything that the writers want, right?
Yeah, they like I know they had some AI stuff resolved.
There's a protection in there. There's
residuals figured out.
residuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see what the problem is. I mean, it's fine.
So
as,
easy.
As a director, I'm all for this. I think this is good news. Yeah.
Alrighty, buddy.
But no, I think it's still shitty. And it's still not looking great right now. And then there might be an actors strike coming up next. It's all going to hell.
Has it been what, like 6 weeks now? Right?
Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still going out there strong, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully all that will be resolved too. What I will say, all jokes aside, is that I do think that like the future of AI is pretty damn scary, but it's gonna happen regardless. Like, I mean, it's already happening. So I think we as humans have to find a way to adapt with it, and
Make it a tool.
make it a tool and not let it, take. There needs
I
to
made
be.
art tonight, Christian.
It's
I have
true.
art in those photos.
That is
okay?
true. Yeah.
Now, if we're pulling back the curtain, that was 99% all AI and generative fill.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told him, give me a cartoon hot dog smiling, and it gave me one. So I just put that in every single image. But
But now I'm thinking, like, whose hot dog did you steal? Who made that artwork?
it's
Now,
true.
are you a
Yeah.
thief for doing that?
Yeah. It's fun because they give you like a bunch of different versions, and some of them just look so deformed and like disturbing. It's great. Yeah.
I mean, like if it comes from like a library or something, from like a website that you're like paying for or something like that. Because I remember seeing like those Corridor Crew guys, they were getting shit for something. They used like an AI generated thing that turned like all this live action stuff that they filmed into an anime, but they used reference from a real anime show.
Oh.
And it was so weird that they had done that, because like one of the guys from Corridor Crew, like there was like a podcast where he was like, if people are stealing this art, you have a right to call them out for it. And then like they like did that. It was so strange. I don't know. Like I think like the tools, like for them, like like what you were saying, like use them as tools, but not for the sake of stealing other people's work or anything like that. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go down. It'll be interesting to see how this writer strike's gonna affect it, and then all these studios using AI to write all these fucking movies and shit.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll
Bit
see.
of grim note there.
Yeah. Hey,
it is what it is.
life is but a dream, man. That's what it is.
Is that the name of the album? Avenged Sevenfold?
Life is but a dream.
Nice.
Life is but a dream. Let me see here. I did miss, before we give shout outs to everybody and wrap things up here, I did miss a Streamlab last week from Alec. I apologize, Alec.
Not from Alec. Come on, man.
I know. Alec said, Eric, watch out. Marriage is contagious around these addicts. Also, Brian, how does it feel to be married? Sorry, they can't answer that. Christian, it's your turn soon, so be patient. Cody, I hope you're not bored of it yet.
I'm doing okay, Alec. Thank you, though.
Yeah, and I am soon. But don't assume I'm going to have a wedding, God damn it. I know you didn't say that, but that's just my fun reaction. So when's the wedding? Why do you think I'm going to have a wedding? Why do you assume? I don't have that reaction to anybody, but
yeah.
So there it is, folks. Hey, that's what we do. That's what we do here. Make sure you're liking this video. You're hitting the comments up and letting us know what you thought about Ted Lasso. What do you think about Across the Spider-Verse? What do you think about AI-driven media content? Is it the end?
And who would win in a triple threat match between Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, and Mike Pence? Comment below.
Comment below. They should have Biden like announce that too. That'd be great.
He needs to be the referee.
Yeah.
Or like he gets like bumped into and then he gets knocked out. And like he's down the whole time and they have to like wake him up to like hit the mat.
I'm all for this. I am all for this. Let's see what else. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Wangers. Check out last week's episode, which was a lot of fun. And if you want to join the Patreon and get a name shout out for $15 every month, you'll get a shout out here like we do it, followed by a funny soundbite. But before I do that, King Sportcal sent in a super
Thanks,
chat.
Calvin.
Thanks, Calvin. Oh, I forgot. I told main chick I joined Patreon. She said, "Don't get too involved. Love her and love you assholes. A-holes, excuse me. Side chick, Brian, not side piece." Thank you. Thank you.
Side piece is it's not as good.
Not as good, no. And trust me, you won't. It's a fun time. Tell her to join too. Why not? It's cheap.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell it to everybody. Thank you, Calvin. Appreciate you, man. All right, Cody, are you ready?
Yeah, we got a pretty good batch today. A lot of new ones in the soundbite game here tonight, guys.
Okay, if you do end up listening to that album, there was a soundbite I was gonna pull from it, but it's hard with the music in the background, so I wanted to try to isolate it. I didn't end up doing it.
Run it through AI, buddy.
Well, hey, maybe.
I don't know if that works or not.
I'm not sure. I know that there are ways to isolate the audio, but if you listen to the album, I'll tell you what part it is. It's very funny. All right, Aaron Woodley.
I don't know. So sorry. If your family's killed by AI in the future, I did help it learn.
Alec Relmer Young.
Afro.
Alexis Lopez.
Biden.
Arcadio Castellanos.
Arcadio Castellanos.
Bailey Storley. Bootstraps. What the fuck? Bobby Mitchell.
Wait, never mind.
Brian Arsenal. Brian D.
As we wait for that, James brings up shout out I can't fucking talk.
Brian Garcia. Who's the head of HBO Max or Max? David Zlasgoff? Chris Jones.
You say come?
Cindy Perez. Hi, Cindy.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Cindy Perez. Shout out to all the moms. Claire Stefan.
No, I did that one. Nope, did that one too.
George?
Connor Kennedy.
Hey, Twitter world, this is yours truly.
OJ.
Come on. We have robots protecting the show, OJ, and you still get through.
Get out of here, OJ. Elena Marie 10. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, I love you, baby. Happy belated birthday again, Elena. FS1138. Hey, baby. Harley Payne.
Ho, 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 honey.
James Lavario. I got Hobbit feet. Jason Harvey.
I apologize to the Mexican community.
John Noto.
I had to get on some asses.
Justin Than Juan Nguyen.
But I bought this one because I really like the knobs.
What the fuck? Was that Eric? That didn't even sound like
But
him.
I bought this one because I really like the knobs.
Is he talking about the Steam Deck or something?
But I bought this one because I really like the knobs.
He really likes the knobs.
Carl Soderbeck.
I wanted to fucking blow that thing so much.
What the fuck? Cat Burger.
You wanted to blow that?
Kyle Johnson. That's my son. I would fucking kill for him. Amber said that this weekend. Draco was there, and I forgot. My brother brings up something. She was like, I would fucking murder for him. She's like all dead serious.
Guys might kill somebody.
Maris Thornton.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
Although, Michael Bittner.
I'm different.
Nick Wade.
I'm taking you down, bitch.
Bring it, bitch.
Ramon Cock.
What was that?
Ramon Cock.
I met Larry.
Ruben E25.
I almost sucked Larry's cock.
Sang Lay.
La Hyatt.
Senior film.
Love is an open door.
Nice. Sergio Castaneda.
Tell her I blew my ass.
Stephanie Merritt.
Hey, Brian, you're not supposed to hit it that hard.
There's no wind, dipshit.
All right, well, that's unnecessary.
Terry Stockwell. Should we get into it? I'm excited. I want to hear Brian's. I want to see what Brian saw this year. TJ Jones.
What's 6 inches? Am I right, guys? What is it?
Tyler Recklin.
Why are you getting on me for living my life?
And finally, Wiley Todd.
You thought my ass sounded like that?
Okay, Manny, you were bringing up Alec's super chat. I got it. Or Streamlab. Did he send another one? I believe that I got Alec's Streamlab. I got it.
Yeah, he said it earlier. Was there a second one?
That's what I was wondering. I didn't see it pop up.
Oh,
I think
no.
Alec is just gonna have to send another one until just kidding. I'm pretty sure I got it.
Yeah.
I got my base covered. Maybe Manny said he is coming home from work, so maybe he can't look at it. Don't look at your screen, Manny. Anyway.
Hands at 10 and 2.
Oh, it's 10 and 2? Fuck. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. We'll talk about the Apple Pro Vision or whatever next time. It's a lot of money, but could be pretty cool. Would I buy it? No, probably not. Not for that amount of money.
No, unless you Streamlab us $3,500.
Hey, I'm just saying it could be pretty cool. Could be pretty cool. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you. We'll see you all on the flip side. And guess what, Cody?
What's that?
They can see you on the small screen now.
You got it working finally?
It was so
wow,
easy to
this is great
fix.
news.
You know, I got
man.
inspired after Elon fumbled the ball on Twitter. I was just like, these guys are so incompetent. I could do stuff. And that's why I just did stuff. I was like, I'm just going to stop
Elon
being
could
lazy.
Never.
Yeah. Hey, baby. Yeah. Got them in 2 weeks, too. I think Blink 182.
Oh, shit. You got the second leg of the tour?
Second leg of the tour.
Nice.
Yeah. Gonna pretend like I
put
leg on in a sentence.
What?
I don't know. It's the second part of the tour, Cody. Okay.
Yes. The second leg. Second leg, if you will. Yeah.
So make sure you guys are checking
I
out.
wanted to fucking blow that thing so much.
Check out other episodes of The Wanger Show right there. Join the Patreon. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're hitting the like button, doing all the things. We appreciate every single one of you. Have a great